The thorough analysis of the origin of species. Lesson 15. Evolutionism is a fictional story. This is the latter part of Chapter 5, Laws of Variation. The secondary sexual characters are highly variable. It also is a cause of the variation. The color of a hen and a cock is identical when they are young. They change markedly in color and in constituents of their feathers as they grow. The distinct breeds of the pigeon inhabiting in countries widely apart have characters which were not possessed by the aboriginal rock pigeon. They are sub-varieties with reversed feathers on the head and with feathers on the feet. As all these marks are characteristic of the parent rock pigeon, no one will doubt that this is a case of reversion and not of a new analogous variation appearing in the several breeds. This can be a proof that they are derived from the common ancestor. The difficulty in distinguishing variable species is largely due to the varieties marking, as it were, other species of the same genus. A considerable catalog also could be given of forms intermediate between two other forms, which themselves can only doubtfully be ranked as species. And this shows, unless all these closely allied forms be considered as independently created species, that they have in varying assumed some of the characters of the others. The difficulty in distinguishing variable species is largely due to the infinitesimal difference between the varieties and the original species, and nature gives no end of the example like this. Especially the latter half of the above is troublesome to make out, but transforming, unless all these closely allied forms be considered as independently created species into common parlance, it becomes, if all these closely allied forms are considered as separately created species, and the sentence, they have in varying assumed some of the characters of the others, says, it is natural that they resemble because of their being originated from a species. Joining the upper two together, there is no choice but to admit that varieties are analogous because they were originated from a species. That is to say, they had not been separately created. Up to now, Charles Darwin mentioned the phenomena that species varies. They are proofs that the individuals produced by variation had not been created independently. The more examples than these are in the original text. To admit this view is, as it seems to me, to reject a real for an unreal, or at least for an unknown cause. It makes the works of God a mere mockery and deception. This view in the above connotes the separate creation. Breeding related to horse is various. For example, they are ass, zebra, pony, cow, brown horse, white horse, hemionus, quagga, etc. The atavism is a tendency that latent characters reappear after having been lost for many generations. The difference of brown horse, white horse, and zebra in color is due to the atavism, but there is no way to know how long the atavistic period is. Charles Darwin is going to signify that zebra and brown horse are originated from a common ancestor, and that it is unbelievable that various kinds of horse had been created separately. Here, this view is the evolutionist's way of thinking. It implicates that zebra and brown horse are irrelevant completely, and that their view makes the works of God a mere mockery and deception. This is Charles Darwin's firm faith that various kinds of horse stemmed from an original form created by God. Charles Darwin's conviction for the creation inheres in the works of God. This expression includes God's distinct act of creation. Therefore, it must have been wrong to assert that Charles Darwin saying it makes the works of God a mere mockery and deception is the originator of denying the creation. For reference, here is a point to see. The first letter of God is capitalized in the middle of the sentence. The small letter God indicates evil spirits or minor demons, but the capital letter does Jehovah. Designating the Creator God in his book, he always used the capital letter God, he, his, and the Creator, irrespective of its position in the sentence. Originally, he and his father wanted to become a father after studying theology in Cambridge University, but he changed the course in life from theology to natural science after reading German geographer Alexander von Humboldt and English astronomer John Herschel. However, the Creator God was always immanent in his heart. The foregoing says he is a person who has no relation to denying the creation. Today's lecture ends here. Shalom.